Nascar Inside the line again. I was finally able to get it as my birthday gift this weekend and really dive fully into it and really start experiencing just how amazing of a racing game it is. I spent a lot of time playing in the career mode and getting accoladed to the career mode. Wii users will notice that this year the game developers have really given us a vastly superior career mode. Unlike 2011, where the cars are ready to be raced and they're super fast. This game you have to get accolades, and by getting accolades you get certain amounts of points. If you finish higher up in a race, you get a number of points, and what those points do is it unlocks certain stuff for your car. The game developers this time have actually given the Wii users options to upgrade your car, and those are what the accolades are for. You can upgrade your engine, your transmission, your brakes, your fuel mileage, because when you first start off your career mode, your car is pretty much stock. It's not very fast. I found that out the hard way. I did not realize that they had given us upgrades that we had to buy to make the car faster. I immediately dove right into the career mode, started out at Daytona like I always do, raced on the hardest setting, and got lapped within 4 laps, and I got out of it, and I started really studying the career mode, and that's when I realized that they have finally given the Wii users options to make your car faster. So what I have found is that the easiest way to accumulate those accolades early is if you kind of race on the easy to medium setting, because it makes racing a little bit easier with the slower car. You're able to lead a bunch of more laps, you're able to finish in the top 5 and accumulate a lot more accolades quicker than you would, say, if you're racing on the hardest level. The other thing I did notice with the career mode is they have done a much better job integrating the tightness and the looseness of the race car. Unlike where in 2011 I would be racing on the apron or dip my 2 wheels below the apron and the car would hardly spin out. Now, if I drive below the apron, my car literally spins out. The other thing, the damage. This game does a vastly superior job of fixing and doing damage to your race car. It's a vast improvement over the 2011 NASCAR game. The other thing I did notice was when you're doing races in solo mode, Darlington and Kentucky, they actually give you 2 versions of that track. And I was wondering, well, why would they give you 2 versions of the track? Both are night races. What the game developers have done is they have given you the option to do a Darlington day race or a Darlington night race, and the same applies for Kentucky. The other thing is with your career mode, probably a lot of Wii users will notice when they first start off their car is white and yellow with just the NASCAR Sprint Cup logo, and I was kind of bummed by that because I'm like, well, if this is the only car I'm going to get to race throughout my whole career mode, that's kind of dumb and not very good. But I just actually unlocked a paint scheme, and that's how they do it. As your career mode goes on and on, you achieve sponsors through doing certain things like leading the most laps, finishing higher than you did in the previous race, and as you unlock sponsors, you get new paint schemes. My car now has a Lowe's paint scheme. It's kind of a blue and black with some white tinge on it. It's a really nice paint scheme. I do just wish, however, that the game developers would have given us a paint booth option and let us kind of pick our own game, our own car, and how we want to paint it. The other issue that I did notice with this game, and it's not anything to do with the design flaw in the game or issue with that, it has to do with the controller. A lot of times I would use the Wii Classic controller, and for last year's game, this would be your gas up here, and then these would be your left and right steering knobs, and it made driving the car so much easier in the 2011 version. However, in this game, this right here is now your steering control, and I just found it a little awkward and kind of hard on my hands to try and steer this way. So what I've actually found is if you use the Wii wheel, it makes the game a lot more easier to drive and easier to handle. Now, they also do say that the nunchuck style is available. I have not yet tried that. I will certainly try that and see how that works. I'm not very big on using the nunchuck style for racing games. I find that to be a little hard to steer. So, all in all, this game is a really good game. I'm really surprised that the same game developers who made the Wii version of 2011 put this out, because it's like two different game companies made this game. I have actually Twittered them and said if there was any way that you could change these controller settings, because if you could change these controller settings, then I really do think the classic controller is the way to go. But for right now, I'm just happy using my Wii wheel. So everybody have a safe and happy holiday.